Joining me now for reaction is historian Victor Davis Hanson, a senior fellow at the Hoover Institution. All right, VDH, usually have you on in the morning on radio, but we have you on at night tonight, and you're even peppier at night. I know that for a historian. Your reaction to the angle, and then we're going to get into some of these other topics.
Well, I think you're right that it's inverse of what the so-called deep state establishment say. They said the post-war order was sober, judicious, and stable, and this guy came in without prior political office or military service and disrupted it. But what if it was the other way around? It was chaotic and it didn't make sense, and somebody without exposure to their protocols had a set of skill sets, sort of like John Wayne and the Searchers or the Bill Holden, the Wild Bunch, and he came in and said, this is ridiculous. And that's what he's doing in all of these instances that you pointed out, whether it was this crazy open border or it was this nut with missiles pointed at us here in the West Coast, or whether it was NATO members not paying their contributions and on and on. In Syria, to reply in particular, he's got a lot of dilemmas, though. He didn't create the situation. Russia was brought in after 40 years by Susan Rice and John Kerry. And then they assured us that there were no WMD. Susan Rice said that in January of last year. So Trump comes in, and there is WMD, and we've lost all sense of deterrence because of this leave behind recessionals, and yet he doesn't want and can't get involved in the way that we did in Afghanistan and Iraq. So he's in between those two poles, and everybody who's suspicious of going in there were the people who supported Trump for just the reasons you said. And they're going to get angry about that because they're going to see that as a betrayal. On the other hand, all the people pushing him toward are never going to vote for him. They despise him.
And
so
a lot
he's
of the
in
people,
a no-win situation. What he's got to find, he's got to find a way to restore deterrence without getting involved, and that's hard to do. Yeah,
Adam Kinzinger, congressman, we invited him on the show tonight. We're going to try to get him on later this week. He was asked today about whether Congress should give its imprimatur to military action in Syria. This is how it went.
I think what the president did a year ago in destroying 1/5 of Assad's air force was good. It was right. And I think we have to do that again. People are going to say that any use of military force is going to be World War III, or it's going to mean 300,000 troops in Syria. It isn't.
Does the president need to come to Congress to get authorization to do whatever that next military act is?
I don't think so.
Well, that's convenient for Congress. Then they're not on the hook if stuff goes awry or if suddenly...
Well, that's exactly what Congress does. When they are against something, they say you have to come, and they're for something you don't. And if it goes well, they join in on the take credit. And if it doesn't go well, it's orphan and it's your fault. So what Trump has to do, and he's got some really good advisors. I sleep soundly tonight because of Pompeo and Mattis and Bolton. And I think they're advising him that we have to stop this idea that you can hijack a U.S. boat or send a missile at a U.S. carrier or point nuclear weapons, but we can't go in and try to nation build and make them like Carmel, California. And between those two poles, we've got to do something. And I think there's a way to shock the Russians and the Syrians so that we don't have to get in there on the ground and get bogged down. But it's not easy. And we got to, first of all, we got to ascertain whether there was WMD. Remember, the Obama administration said chlorine doesn't count. That was the first poison gas ever used in World War I. It's not really WMD, so we were right. So we've had nothing but misinformation about the status of WMD going back to the Iraq War. Once we've got to ascertain, did they use WMD, and did they kill the innocent children, and did they break their word, the Russians and the Syrians, and is our credibility on the line? If it is, we have to send a message, and we have to do it in such a way that we don't destroy the fragile political matrix that Donald Trump relies on.
It's a very complicated situation, and Professor, we appreciate your analysis.